Hi, we want to share with you perhaps what is the best way of monitoring your car using a DashDaq. And it goes without saying that when we're driving, we really shouldn't be looking at a monitor, but we should be completely focused on the road. So it is for this reason that we thought we'd make this video and share some of the things that we've learned and some of the ways in which we use the DashDaq that it makes it really possible for us to do that. Well, first is the position of the DashDaq. Of course, we don't put it here. We want it to be out of the way. We usually put it way lower down here. But the important thing is that I don't want any information that I don't need to know. And what do we mean by that? Well, basically, once the car is calibrated, there's only a few parameters that I care to know about, and I only care to know about it at a certain time. So to do that, we've just made a screen with large 6 boxes and large numbers that display in it. And these boxes are going to be blank most of the time. And you'll see what I mean as we go one by one. We have our air-fuel ratio over here. We have boost in the middle. This is our coolant temperature. I have one for hot, one for cold. At the bottom, I have my spark advance. And here we have our knock retard. So basically, we all know that while we're driving around, our air-fuel ratio is going to be 14.7. Do I really need to know that? Not really. I don't want to be distracted by that. Now, when do I want to be monitoring my air-fuel ratio? Well, I only want to monitor it when I am on boost. So when I'm on boost, the first thing that's going to show up is going to be my boost. How much boost am I making? And then it's going to show me my air-fuel ratio, where the air-fuel ratio is. And then, of course, the knock retard. Now, I don't want to know that there is no knock retard. I just want to know if the car experiences knock and is retarding time. So if that happens, this will show up here in this window. Now, the spark advance in the bottom is something that I want to know, but I do not want to know about it all the time. I only want to know about it when I am in boost. I want to know how much spark advance I'm running, because this tells me not only is the time appropriate, but am I getting the appropriate performance from the car? So what do we mean by that? Well, basically what you'll see is that when you're making boost, your spark advance should be decreasing. How does this work? We know that the normally naturally aspirated car is programmed to run somewhere from 17 to 20 points of timing at wide open throttle. When we run in boost, we should take about 1 point of timing per each pound of boost. So basically, if you are running 10 pounds of boost, you should be running about 10 pounds of timing. Now, that's a very conservative tune. In reality, you could run more timing. How do you know that you're not running too much timing? Well, if you are, the car will knock. So certainly we do not want to see any knock here. But as we're driving and we're boosting, what we like to see is a balance between these two. The sum of both of them should equal 20, or a little bit more, of course. So you see, as the boost goes up, the spark should go down. In the same way, you know your car is not calibrated properly and you're missing out some performance if, for example, you have 12 pounds of boost and 3 points of timing. You certainly could use a lot more timing and pick up some more power. So that's the reason that we monitor these two issues, boost and your spark advance. And you will only see those come up during boosting time. So that's pretty much how we program our Dash Dyno in order to cause very few distractions and to provide the information that we need, but only when we need it. Now let me show you a little bit of how that works. The spark advance is programmed to show anything below 16 or 17, which is what I will be running when I'm in wide open throttle. Now notice that my coolant here is showing 163 degrees. The only reason it's showing is because it's cold. So I want to know when the coolant has not come up to temperature, because I want to make sure that I am not boosting while the engine is not up to temperature. As soon as we come up to temperature, 180 degrees, that number will disappear, and so would the spark. So let us see how we do in practice. vehicle map up to temperature, so now we're not displaying anything. And this is pretty much how the car will be driven. Of course, every time I lift up the accelerator, the car will go into a momentary richness, and then it will disappear because, of course, the L-fuel ratio will be higher than 14, and we're not monitoring anything but wide open throttle. So let me show you what a little boost looks like.